in that super smash final. Should be a highlight for him in T20 cricket. As was mentioned, early days in his career, and this will be a fabulous opportunity. Playing his first game in the tournament. Of course, it will be the last game for his side. And there is that opportunity to enhance his reputation.
Well, nice piece of fielding at backward point. Foxcroft at backward point, I think. Taken a couple of good catches so far in this tournament. Usually one of your better fielders is posted at backward point. He looks one of those. Full of energy, but a strong body. A little bit of rain coming in. And the covers are coming on.
Well, we're 2 deliveries shy of 5 overs. And as you know, when there's rain and interruptions, 5 overs per team constitute a T20 match. You can have a result. That's our first interruption here since the start of play. Little shower, as we've experienced before the start of play. That's why we had the delay in the first instance. Just putting a damper on proceedings. This man on screen, Tom Bruce, the skipper of Central Stags, spoke highly about the importance of that win that they had in the last game
you have wickets in hand.
I think that's really important. Lachlan Bangs just getting that one wrong. Extra. So extras can be really costly in this format, of course, just being the max 60 deliveries per innings. It's nicely bowled. Good line of the pads. Thinking about scampering through for a second, but not there.
You could see what Banks was trying to do. First delivery, got it wrong, but the second one, able to get it full and onto the pads, not allowing any room or length. If he can repeat that for the rest of his over, he'll be very good, but it's a very hard skill to master.
Had a nicely bang, so nice to see him get in the game straight away with a bat in the hand though. He's got a big job to do with the ball. Then you get 2 overs. Surprised him. A little bit of extra bounce. In the end, he's got it away for a boundary.
Just the one bounce, almost went all the way. It surprised him with the pace and with the length as well. Actually, Pereira was in no man's land. Just give it a waft. Off the edge, still carried a long way. Just a few yards inside, just underneath our box. Boundary, the boundary, Pereira will take it.
That time, it's hit up in the air, should be taken. Is taken by Carlos Brathwaite. He doesn't put him down. He's got big hands, comfortably pouched.
He made it look so easy with the swirling winds. Never easy, but he anticipated, judged it, and then moved in with the ball with his eyes and bucket-like hands. He wasn't going to drop that. Carlos Brathwaite takes the catch, and Banks has opened his account for the wickets as well for this year's max 60. Angelo Pereira gone for 8, plays 14 for 2.
That's centre step. It's going to be left arm over to you. 3 legal ones, eh?
So 2 wickets down, a run out. And that catch by Brathwaite to get rid of the captain, Angelo Pereira. Jay Surya at the crease now. Another left-hander. Stuff so far from Lachlan Bangs. 1 for 5, halfway through his first over. Make it another one. Up goes that finger. 2 and 2. Bangs is enjoying himself immensely.
Once again, that shorter length. This is the second time in the over he's tried that length. This time to the left-hander, and Surya was looking to just get away over the top of the wicket-keeper with the faintest of names. And Banks is on fire. Miami plays. They need to get on fire. They're 14 for 3 and struggling.
Centre stop.
Thank you.
That's half stop.
Thank you.
And it's coming left arm over to you. 2 to come.
For the first hat-trick of the championship. Slip is in place. Hat-trick ball for Banks.
And a wide's been called. Sliding that one down the leg side. Bit of an anticlimax.
He's tall. Make good use of the shoulders, banging the ball in the middle of the pitch and getting plenty of bounce. Surya's weight was coming onto the front foot, was looking to adjust and play that grab. Only managed to get an edge. Technically, still a hat-trick ball.
Single.
What an over this has turned out to be, and Michael being a fast bowler in your heyday as well. Banks pretty slim, but he's tall. The ball that he's landing in the middle of the pitch is getting plenty of bounce and pace. Surprising for the batters.
He's got a nice repeatable action. A left-hander who can get the ball in the right areas, and in particular if he can get a left armer to swing the ball. We haven't seen that from him so far because of the length he's choosing to bowl. He can be invaluable. Nicely bowled, and it's a good end to the over. So that's good stuff from Lachlan Bangs. A couple of wickets in that over. 17 for 3.
No, I'm just telling you that's the end of the ball. End of 4 flames. Cover. Number 5. Great dance. Number 5.
George Munsey having a bit of a chat to Romario Edwards. Another big lad. Strong at the crease as well, Romario Edwards. They've got a really good start here, the Trailblazers. 112 on the board, and they've got the Blaze, Miami Blaze, for 3 after 12, after 2 overs. All effort at the crease. Doesn't do too much with his left arm, Romario Edwards. That would help him a little bit if he gets that left arm up nice and straight and gets that body through strongly because it's a big frame.
The batter looking a bit perplexed. Went pretty close to that guideline. He was backing away. Kept himself too far away from the ball. He was making an attempt to make a contact.
Right ball.
That time he gets the wide.
Mori wants to hide the ball, and also the length is pretty full. He's allowed to spread out the field. His third back on the boundary. Backward point on the edge of the ring, and is covered deep on the offside for perfection.
I think that's another one. Yep, it is called another one. Just explain that blue line, which is outside the line of the off stump to the left-hander at the moment. Shravats. It is just a guide for the umpires, but umpires are having no problem at the moment, just adjudicating that they're a little bit wide, those last 2 deliveries. He was okay with the first one, but the next 2 a bit wider than what he thought was reasonable. Full toss missed out on that occasion because that could have easily been slipped away back of the square of the offside for 4.
This was pretty high. He glanced around to the square leg umpire to check what was happening in terms of the height, but it was always dipping down. But definitely an opportunity missed. I'll ask you something, Michael, after this ball.
Cries of catch it, but in the air for a very short while. No chance of anyone grabbing it.
been around a long time, Michael, like off air we were discussing this. So what's your favorite memory of Caribbean? You've been coming here for quite some time. Second year to Cayman, but overall in Caribbean, what is the standout memory?
Oh, my memories, the very first time I came to the Caribbean was way back in 2001. It was a 5-test tour. It was the West Indies, and they had some fine play. Brian Lara, etc., was playing in those days against South Africa. It goes past the outside edge. It was just a really hard-fought tour, and the crowd support was just remarkable. And for me to come to the Caribbean at that stage, as a relatively young commentator, to experience that is something I'll never ever forget. It was just unbelievable. To go around all the major islands was really special. I've been to 30 of the islands now in the Caribbean and loved every single minute of every single island.
It's my first time, but growing up, obviously we all were fans. Great West Indian team and what they brought to the game of cricket, the brand of cricket they played with the flair, and the entertainment was so immense. Just going around Cayman Island, still have that similar kind of vibe there, the Caribbean vibe. But here, those islands really provided some great cricketing culture to all the other visitors.
Oh, that's nicely done. That's clever. Really nicely played. That's a good way to finish the over. 8 offered in the end. It was tied up until then. 3 gone, 25 for 3.
Okay. Track number? 46. Number changing bowling. Jersey number 46. Number 46. Striker. Number changing bowling. Bowler is coming right arm round. Thank you.
That boundary needed to come. Something had to be done by the Miami Blaze to put this innings back on track. T2 deliveries, 88 needed. More than 2 a ball already.
Right on. Right there.
No run there. So Menenti, experienced as a first-class player, and was here last year and played in this format, the Max 60 Season 1. Lost spinner. Swept that away. That's a very good shot. A little bit of width that time also for Menenti, and he was given the treatment.
Width and 2 full. Connell looking for any opportunity to pass upon. Sweet connection. Had played away from that fielder on the offside. Correction there from Manenti. Angling in, cramping O'Connell for any kind of space.
That's the line he's got to bowl though. Just sort of track around about middle and leg. Space is always pretty good, Menenti. Oh, that's nicely done. Really good work. Fine shot. The improvisation we see in the game these days is quite extraordinary. That's terrific stuff for 6.
That's where this short form cricket is at its very best. Manenti went with the plan, trying to grab him from the big onside hit. What does he do? Switch around and give him the treatment. This is great cricket. Now the pressure has been put back onto the Trailblazers. A boundary end at 6 already in the over. Halfway to go. Just 2 deliveries to go rather. Under pressure the bowler.
Backing away, shot the stumps. No, decided to hold on to it. Quite correctly, no backing up. So that's why they didn't have a shot at stumps.
It's really good from Ananthi though. He's sticking to his guns. Plenty of movement around the crease from the batters, but he's just sticking to his plan. 12 of the over. Need to get out of this cheaply. Requires it in Yorker length. With the help from the fielder, just a single. 13 of the over, 38 for 3.
Match number 2 of Max 60 Caribbean season number 2 will be the Falcons versus the Stingrays. I've got the captains alongside of me, the Jays, JP and Jordan, and Mr. Young is the match referee. So who has the coin for this one? Alright, go ahead Falcons. Give it a toss. Heads is the call. And it is a tail. That means Falcons, you've won it. What will you do?
We're having a ball first.
Well, there you have it. Falcons, they'll be having a ball first.
4 overs done, 38 for 3 at the moment. Miami Blaze chasing that total of 112 from the Trailblazers. Edwards again. Need to try and get a couple of boundaries. This is the stage where the Trailblazers started to play really well, particularly the captain George Munsey. This is where he hit that big over and got them ahead of the game, so they need to try and just step on a little bit at this stage.
It's funny if you look at the innings of the Trailblazers, 2 overs went for more than 50. And at the end of 4th over, they were 26 for 2. Blazers ahead, but they need that one big over. 13 came off the last over. They're not going to have that 120 run over. They still continue to get 14, 15, a couple of overs in a row to get them back on track.
Really important over this one, right in the middle. Toss, seen it pretty well. Brathwaite's behind it and just the single. Big arm to the keeper's end.
Yeah, just give it a little flick and it went all the way to the keeper's end.
Great news. We return to match number 10. It's ExxonMobil Guyana GSL 2025. It's Rangpur Riders from Bangladesh taking on the Central Stags of New Zealand. We had a rain interruption. It was a truncated match initially, 17 overs per side, and this is where it was stopped again. Rangpur Riders at the moment 19 for 2. 4 options used by Central Stags with the ball. Spinners very successful with 2 wickets. And because of that break, we've lost 6 more overs. So it means it will be 14 overs per side. The power play will be 4 overs. 4 bowlers can bowl 3, 1 bowler can bowl a maximum of 2. So that's the revised playing conditions upon the resumption. Still a few dark clouds around, so we're hoping and praying that there won't be any other rain interruption. Still a very important match for both teams in the context of the tournament, in the context of their participation, and they fly alongside me.
Hello, Darren. It's the youngster Findlay finishing off his over. He's got 2 balls left.
You just hit the power play. Consists of 4 overs, so no restrictions in terms of 2 fielders only being allowed beyond the circle. At the moment there is a long on in the backward square, deep fine leg. There's also that deep third, and and a sweeper offside.
I can't do one thing.
Another on-target delivery from Findlay. Good start for him, just 5 from his first over, 21 for 2. New bowler for Central Stags, Blair Tickner. Amongst the wickets, both himself and Angus Shaw have led the way with the ball for this New Zealand outfit. 5 wickets so far in the tournament. And they'll be hunting a few more.
Well, Tickner's bowled well in this tournament so far. He's a heavy length type bowler. He's got some good changes of pace. He's employed them intelligently. Very athletic cricketer actually for a tall fast bowler. Good in the field. He's fresh off some county cricket.
Nice lofted shot, just away from Tom Bruce, the skipper, in that mid-off position. Didn't think he'll get there, but he ended up closer than I thought.
Mistimed hit over mid-off. Bruce was making heavy weather of getting across to that. It's actually a heavy outfield, wet from the rain. Often clumps of grass and mud kicking up from the studs.
And if you were here from the start, you would know that this game has been truncated because of rain. I just want to pick your mind, Andy Flower, as a coach, if you're in that dressing room, maybe for the Rangpur Riders, and you've had such a scenario, what will be your message to the batters?
Safe trying to force that over mid-off. Well, this is an opportunity for these batsmen to spend time in the middle ahead of the final tomorrow night. So, of course, this game is important in its own right, but it is a great opportunity for these batsmen to spend some time out there. Kyle Mayers is not in the 11. He's resting, as is Omazai. So, lots of opportunity for Ankon and Saif, who haven't done much so far with the bat, to get in there and show what they can do. And get into good nick for tomorrow. Good pull shot from Saif. Heavy ball, bouncer from Tickner. That's well put away. Not easy, because there wasn't that much pace on it. But he got it just in front of square. There's a big gap between backward square leg and a deep mid-wicket. So Saif's got himself up to a runner ball. A little bit of momentum, which is what the Rangpur Riders need. They've really struggled against the spin of Shaw, who bowled a good over up front to get Sarkar, and then 2 overs from the left-arm spinner Lennox really tied them up.
Missed out straight to the field end point. 7 from the over, 28 for 2. pace of development in this part of the world is mind-boggling. That's the new Demerara Bridge being constructed to move from the east bank to the west bank. At the back is that floating bridge that is currently being used to access either side. It's a great look in the night with the lights, the activities happening. Another spin option, Foxcroft. Yoffie will have a chance to maybe make further inroads in this batting.
Speaking of lights, Darren, it's quite dark out there, isn't it? No lights are on. It's fairly gloomy, but with the spin operating, it's not a problem. Foxcroft more a part-time offie, I think. Shaw has been outstanding with his little drifters through the tournament. Foxcroft has had less opportunity.
Hammered, wide of long on. It was in the slot. He was striking with the turn. And near perfect execution.
Well, safe with a 4 off tick previous over. Beautiful slog sweep for a big 6. To the short side, yes, but still it's a big 6. Strong, confident hit. Now that is what the Rangpur coaches will want to see. A little bit of dominance ahead of tomorrow's important final.
When I asked you that question about the advice that you'll be imparting on the players in this Rangpur Riders team, I also wanted to hear from you in terms of the revision of targets that might possibly be at the forefront of your discussion and the approach, not knowing that that power play over phase will be just 4.
Well, the power play phase had gone by the time they came back on. And without a doubt, they would have had a little chat about a target that they might want to just have at the back of their minds. One of the dangers of putting a target in your mind, it can be quite limiting. Oh, another slog sweep. Ankon this time. But yes, it just carries. Curtis Heafy, I think, trying to get round from a mid-wicket position. Closing in with Tickner, who was coming round from mid-on. Both having a little look at who was going to make the attempt at pulling that back from the boundary edge. But it had enough carry, and neither could get there. Another good slog sweep for the Rangpurs, but Ankon this time. Yeah, so the danger of setting a target too early or too strict a target, it can both be limiting and it can also be extra pressure for batsmen.
He's a goal, aggressive ball. Decided against it, rightly so. 15 from the over, 43 for 2. Such a fabulous experience when you had the chance to traverse Demerara River. Cooperative Republic of Ghana, known as the land of many waters, primarily because of many rivers. There's Findlay returning for his second over. the arm of Heavey in that sweeper position. That was Clarkson.
Strong arm he's got. He took a little while getting rid of it, but he has got an excellent arm. It's nice seeing this sort of urgency from these two Rangpur batters. In fact, running between the wickets in these middle overs is really important on the surfaces like this. And if they are going to challenge the Amazon Warriors tomorrow night, this is how they're going to have to play in these middle overs. It's not that easy finding the boundary. So that sort of urgency is exactly what the coaches and captain want to see.
That probably phase when Rangpur Riders batted, they would not have known that on the resumption be any further delivery of overs with the fielding restriction. So it's as though they have to make up for that lack of opportunity in that restrictive phase.
Yeah, 16 off the first 4 overs is all they had. And 19 after 4.4 when the rain came down. So I would have imagined that in the dressing room or in the dugout, they were saying there's nothing we can do about it. It's in the past. Let it go. Let's refocus on the overs that are left. What can we do in these? I think that's not a bad way of approaching batting, is simplifying, chunking down. What can I do in this over if I've got an aggressive attitude?
2 again is the call. Decide against it. Now the other thing too is, when do you go full out on the attack? Usually teams use the last 5 overs as that phase to go ultra aggressive to maximize run scoring in a 14-over innings match. When does that start, in your estimation, Andy?
Well, 6.2 overs left. This is death already. When I say death, I'm talking about, you know, it's a normal sort of death period of 6 overs. And the sort of urgency and power they're going to need can accelerate that right now. We saw it against the part-time off-spin of Foxcroft an over ago. They're going to have to keep that sort of intensity and pressure up. 8 wickets in hand. There's a certain freedom to the batting that they should be able to bring to this phase. 10 and over is not an unreasonable task from here.
Again, not finding the gap. An easy boundary was an offer if the placement was right. 50 comes up for the Rangpur Riders. It's 50 for 2 after 8. National Stadium in Providence, centre of screen. That's the focal point for this match number 10. A reminder, maximum of 3 overs for 4 bowlers, maximum of 2 for 1 to make up that complement of 14 overs per innings. And there's your reminder. 50 for 2 at the moment. Just 3 sixes and 1 4 so far in the innings.
Well done.
And it's one of the things we've seen Rangpur Riders struggle with, Andy Flower. That ease of hitting boundaries and scoring with big strikes. They normally take a lot of deliveries before they can dominate in that regard.
Yeah, the two that we have seen do it well, Kyle Mayers and Iftikhar Ahmed. And I would imagine Iftikhar is champing at the bit to get in. In fact, that partnership between Iftikhar and Nurul Hassan, the captain of the Rangpurs, that was outstanding yesterday. 84 of 50 or so balls. It's 1,000 T20 runs for Ankon. A nice milestone to go past. But yes, that unbridled power is not available today in Kyle Mayers, but will be available for them tomorrow. But Iftikhar still to come.
And full toss not put away. 3 deliveries already in the over, only 2 runs, so there is need for Rangpur riders to get a move on. If they go at 10s from here on in, they get to 106. Will that be a sufficient score to secure a 4th win in the tournament?
Well, only 4 boundaries so far in the innings. 1 4 and 3 6s.
And big shot. Slices this one. And it goes into the boundary line. So this will help their cause in terms of getting to an unassailable target.
Good from Ankon. Bit of pace, 138 k's an hour from Tickner. Ankon threw his bat at that. That's what we need to see more of. Some free hitting.
Castled him. Pace off. And a straight line, and that deception, so impressive to look at.
Tickner's obviously been out dancing just recently in Guyana. Good length. Stay down a bit. Ankon heaving again. Top of off. I'm glad the Stags have been learning something out here in the Caribbean. Good work from Tickner. Ankon gone, enterprising 25, and Rangpur 56 for 3.
Ahmed, one of the architects of that 54-run partnership we saw from Rangpur Riders in their last game. That was against the Dubai Capitals. He played a very, very important role with bat, with ball in the field. Had a great all-round game, and he's here because of this. Just getting too early into his swing. Ankon, after being there for a long time, he was searching for that boundary leg side.
Well, a change in the field. Wickets up, fine legs back. Might indicate a heavier ball from Tick. First up to Iftikhar.
Went with a length delivery on off stump. Just concedes 1. So a wicket and just 7 runs. 57 for 3.
57 for 3 after 9 overs.